Hey everybody, Papa Wiggs here with Wiggs. Gonna do our Thursday night football recap. Wiggs, this was a high scoring game like we thought. I thought it was going to be a little bit more high scoring on Seattle's side, but San Francisco came to play 36-24. Brock Purdy looked, he didn't look too bad. I mean, and Mason got hurt, which was kind of sad, and then Garado came in and had 99 yards. He had one big run. I think it was for like what 60 or something.
I think it was like 77 yards or something.
Yeah, 77 yards, right? And then George Kittle had a big game. Debo had a big game. Uh, Geno Smith. On the flip side, he really didn't look that great in the game. I mean, he did have a total of 312 yards and a touchdown, but he also threw two interceptions. I think it was two interceptions in the game.
Yeah.
And but the 49ers did what they needed to do. They held Walker. He didn't really have a big game. DK was held in check. I'm happy because both of my starts did well. Tyler had a decent game, 4 receptions, 65 yards, and a touchdown. So it was, for me, it was the second half was a lot, was better than the first half for me. I was just kind of disappointed in Seattle. I thought that they would have maybe taken advantage of some of those key injuries on the 49ers defense, and they really didn't. And Bozo was, uh, you know, causing havoc and stuff. So I just didn't think they had a very good game plan, and they need to bounce back because this is their second straight loss at home, which is unusual for the Seahawks because usually they play a lot tougher at home. So what do you think, Wiggs?
It was an interesting game. The Seahawks came out like their first drive. They actually looked pretty decent, and then Smith threw a pick. And then from there, those next few drives were just kind of rough for them. They couldn't get Walker going at all. I think this offense heavily revolves around Walker because as soon as he gets going, people like DK have a good game, and the other receivers there have a good game as well. And I mean, shoot, I think we hit on all of our starts yesterday. You look at Noah Fant, 6 receptions, 63 yards. That's 12.3 points right there. And then you look at JSN, 5 receptions for 53 yards. That's another 10.3. So I think we hit on all four of our guys yesterday that we talked about. 10 points is 10 points as a flex. So 12 points as a tight end. I mean, that's slim pickings this year with how the tight end play has been. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I will say from a fantasy perspective, Walker had a good game because he did have almost 70 yards, a touchdown, and 8 receptions.
Yeah.
So for PPR, he had what 20 some
Yeah,
points.
he had a decent game.
So, but from a non fantasy perspective, they just couldn't get the run game going at all.
And even with his receptions, he's only averaging like 4.5 yards a carry or yards per reception there. So that was just a lot of checkdowns. Smith was under pressure all night. So it makes sense on why he had 8 receptions for 37 yards. It's just because the 49ers defense finally came to play in a game this year. And it showed the Seahawks struggled. And if the 49ers can continue this, their team's going to be looking like they did last year.
Yeah, I think the one thing that surprised me is I thought Geno would have maybe kind of ran the ball a little bit more because I think if he would have did that, it might have opened up the offense a little bit for them. But he only had one carry for no yards, so I was a little surprised at that. But what do? We hit our picks, so hopefully people benefited from that and stuff. So that like this, it's going to be an interesting year, Wigs. I'm telling you, in all the divisions, and the NFC West is no different. It's going to come down, I think, to the last couple games of the year, with the way things are shaking out and stuff like that. So
this year's been super unpredictable. Like some of these teams are just coming out that we didn't expect and are playing good. Like both the Broncos and the Giants right now going into the year, I guarantee you everyone had them not winning more than 2 games. Almost everyone, I should say.
yeah, nope, I would agree. So it'll be interesting. So anything else you want to add?
No?
Well, check us out, Fantasy Fools PPR on YouTube. We're on Snapchat, X, TikTok, Instagram. Like, share, subscribe. If you got any questions or need any lineup advice, feel free to reach out. If you got any feedback, that's also welcome. And hopefully, you find this as another good resource. And until next time, we'll see you soon.